Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm your host, Brian, joined with other host,
Karen.
And this is another edition of our concert poster subgenres. I think we said we were going to call them, right?
Subgenres.
Episodes. We don't have a whole lot of these left. We have a couple posters left to talk about that we have framed already. I have a fuck ton that are waiting to be framed, which will happen hopefully this next year, 2025.
Hopefully.
We can put some money aside and get a couple at least framed. Not a lot, but we'll get a couple hopefully. But in any case, we're going to dive into our next one, which is yet again another Metallica poster. By far the most posters that we have framed are Metallica for sure.
I don't know how that happened, but...
the 40th for sure, we want to get all of those done.
And then 4.
S&M was one of the first ones we did. And then this next one, Metallica at Vegas, we didn't have any other really shit we wanted to frame. And we made like a Metallica wall, basically, as we walk in.
And 5 of these we got all within 2 months of each other. So
we did, this one being one of them.
Yeah.
And as I said, this is the Metallica Vegas in 2022.
Yeah, February 2022.
February 25th, 2022. Did we do an episode on this show? I don't think we did.
No, we hadn't started this yet. That was summer of 2022.
No, but I didn't know if we had done like a recap episode when we got, because I know we did with S&M 2. In any case, we went to Vegas for this show. It was the show right after the 40th, right?
Yeah. Because the 40th is December 2021.
Right, it was. Yep. I had to work. I was on some client calls and whatnot. And you actually went down and stood in line super early to get the poster.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about that experience a little bit before diving into the poster, or just like the fact that you did it?
Well, yeah, I remember we went to get lunch somewhere like in the Luxor or something. Like there's like a food court or mall type thing there. And I just happened to open up.
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, we're back.
Sorry, I didn't realize he was in the camera.
Now he's going to just attack the camera.
Yeah, he is. Okay. he wants the dead cat.
Another good reason why we don't use the timer anymore, because our cat will fuck shit up.
Yep.
And cause some edits that we have to put in.
Yep. But it was cute. Anyways, we were at lunch. I looked at Instagram, and they have Metallica posted like, "Oh, we're gonna open."
Right, because we walked over there and they weren't open. We're like, "Fuck it, let's just go to lunch." So we went to the stadium to see if they had merch open. And as we were sitting there, we saw the Instagram. And you're like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna run over there." Yeah. They opened at like 1 instead of 11 or whenever. But I thought they were.
Yeah, I can't remember like what it was, but so I went over there. I was only like 6th in line, I think, right behind the Metallica guys and like one other group of people. So that was kind of cool to be so close, but it was really awkward for me because at that time I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just like I just kind of stood there by myself. But that's how I got the poster. So.
And leading up to this, we weren't sure what the poster art was going to look like or who the artist was even for the poster. And they had released an image for the shirt, which was like a skull because they played at the Raider Stadium.
Yeah.
And it was like the football, like, I don't know if it was a football helmet or not, but it had like the skull with a knife through the eyes or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a Viking helmet, but like a football helmet.
Yeah, but in any case, there's like a skull. And it's like, holy shit, this art is fucking awesome. It's got the gray for like the Raiders, the silver, and it's got the black. Like it fits so well with where the Raiders play. This is fucking awesome. This is going to be great poster art. And then it was announced, and it's the Wolfjack lady who did the art for this, which... I do like the art a lot. Don't get me wrong, I do.
Different though than like the Wolves or like all the other posters that they have.
Yeah, up to this point, we had the posters from the 40th. We had the travel posters from the 40th, and we had the S&M 2 poster for night 2 done, and they were all done by this Wolfjack individual. And I like their art a lot. It's just, I was like, fuck, there's so many other artists out there, and I want to see some other shit. I don't want just the Wolfjack person doing all of this. So when I saw it, I was a little disappointed. She did post on her Instagram as well that like this poster itself has so many like symbolisms as well in it. Like it's in the desert, which Vegas is in the desert, and it's this like sort of I want to say like bird type creature with arms.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it would be considered, but
it's got Fixer is the reference with the put another pin in me. If you look up, there's like the star constellation for Orion's belt. I don't know if the eyes are supposed to be like the Luxor.
Like
the pyramid shooting the light up.
I never even thought about that. Yeah.
There's obviously the cards all over the place.
Yeah.
So I didn't look through her announcement at the time, and I haven't yet, about all the different symbolisms she put into this. So it is really cool that she did do all of that. But at the same time, it's like, I was just like, I want a different artist.
Yeah.
A different sort of feel to it. Because all of her art is really cool, but it all does have a similar feel, even though it is slightly different. I do feel like this is the exact same sort of feeling as all the other posters we had of hers.
It has the similar artistic feel, but I'm glad it's not a wolf because every single poster we have of hers is a wolf.
Yeah. Our poster we got was 822 out of 2,650, which was a lot of poster numbers considering like the 40th I don't think had that many. The 40th actually may have had, I can't remember what they had, but it was a pretty high number.
But yeah, like I definitely didn't need to be there that early.
Right.
But I was glad that I was there to get it. So.
Yep. And so the mat we went with, we took this again to our friends here in Chicago, and I say our friends. I don't know if they're friends of ours or not, but we like going to them. They're really cool, really
just
friendly.
A business here in town that we like.
That called Four-Sided that did basically all of our framing we've done. We took this in with very little idea of what we wanted. I knew I sort of wanted the gold frame, and I kind of wanted a silver mat. And we kind of went that approach. The matte silver, I wanted to go with that approach because of
the Raiders.
The Raiders, exactly. And the gold frame, whenever I think of Vegas, I think of either green for like money or gold for like gold, which is also valuable.
I think about gold like Caesar's Palace. I don't know why I think of gold when I think of Caesar's Palace.
Yeah. So I knew.
And the colors kind of go. I mean, it's like the golden.
I think I did want to try like a green frame possibly as well, again for like that money thought.
Oh, really?
Or even
I don't remember.
Green mat.
Or did you ever say that?
I did say that. And I think we kind of looked at it. It's been a few years since we've got this one done.
I don't remember that.
I kind of remember doing that, but we ended up doing just sort of this basic. It's kind of his shiny not filter, but like sparkly sort of gray mat.
Oh, I thought you were talking about we were talking about the frame, so then I was it's not basic. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So,
but that's the mat. The frame though is pretty cool. Why don't you describe the frame a little bit?
Yeah, so it's gold all the way around, and then it has like these little what are those called? Like, I mean, they look like feathers.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. That's why we've got it right. Yeah, they look like feathers.
Yeah, and the bird and the poster. So.
And it's gold, but it's kind of this like dingy sort of gold.
Yeah.
So it's kind of faded, which fits into like the desert and sort of like the aesthetics of the poster itself. I like how this turned out. The silver is kind of weird to me now looking at it, a couple years later, but I kind of still like it a lot.
Oh, I never think of it as weird. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think it would have been better with that other poster I was talking about with like that skull for the shirt that we have. We got the sweater of that shirt. I think that would have fit perfect. Maybe a different frame, maybe not gold, but we did pick the frame because of the wings. But all in all, I do like this poster a lot. I'm glad how it turned out. I thought it turned out great. All the symbolism again in the photo or in the print itself, I don't really know, but I don't know. It was that trip was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, yeah.
And so having this as a memory was definitely, and that's the reason we like to get the posters and frame them, right? Is like, not only is it a cool little like sort of art piece to hang on your wall, but it's a good memory of that trip because that's also the trip we showed up like super late getting in because of our flight delays, and we didn't check in until like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I think we checked in at like 12, but then there's a fire at like 1.
Right. So we had to evacuate our room. Yeah. We didn't get to bed.
Like a fire on our, like a real fire on our floor, not like a fire drill.
So we fell asleep smoking and started the fire. Yeah. Yep. So like, whenever I see this photo or this poster, I think of that and just like not necessarily the show. The show was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I think of like just the memories from there. So this is one of the reasons I like to get the posters and frame them and hang them up because it's good memories of the event and the entire time, not just the show itself. So
yeah.
I don't know, a lot of fun. I'm glad with how this turned out, and yeah, another really cool poster.
It was really cool, or it is really cool. Not was. We still have it.
Yep. But yeah, like I said, a couple more of these left, and then we have to work on getting more shit framed. So,
yes.
Just a few left.
Bye.